Welcome back to the Cyber Pulse, your weekly update on trends around people, processes, and tools in the cybersecurity industry for builders, practitioners, and leaders in the space. This episode is about something that keeps coming up in different conversations across different roles. AI adoption is moving fast, faster than governance, faster than organizational clarity, and in a lot of companies, security is being asked to catch up after AI systems are already live. What I want to explore today isn't whether AI is good or bad, it's how AI is being adopted, when security gets involved, and what happens when security is bolted on instead of designed in. If you look at enterprise data on AI adoption, the shift is already clear. According to Deloitte's State of AI in the Enterprise report, AI is no longer confined to pilots or innovation teams. It's being rolled into everyday workflows, from development and customer support to analytics and internal decision-making. What stands out in the report isn't just adoption, it's how uneven it is. Access to AI tools has been expanded quickly, but actual usage varies widely. Some teams are experimenting heavily, others barely at all, and most organizations haven't redesigned jobs, workflows, or accountability structures to account for AI-assisted work. From a security perspective, that matters, because it means that AI usage is often fragmented, partially visible, and poorly documented. Security teams aren't dealing with one AI system, they're dealing with many, introduced at different speeds by different teams with different assumptions about risk. So why does security keep getting involved after the fact? The World Economic Forum's Global Cybersecurity Outlook gives us a clue. From an executive perspective, AI is framed as a growth enabler, a competitive issue, and sometimes a survival issue. The pressure is to move quickly, not design perfectly. That doesn't mean leaders don't care about security. It means security is often treated as something that can be handled once value is demonstrated. The problem is that by the time security is asked to weigh in, AI tools are already embedded in workflows. Data is already flowing, expectations are already set. At that point, security isn't shaping architecture, it's negotiating constraints. That's not a failure of security teams, it's an outcome of how decisions are sequenced. This is where leadership voices like Nashira Spencer's are important. In her recent post and the Information Week article she referenced, the ask from CISOs isn't dramatic or abstract. It's practical. CISOs want to know, where is AI being used? What data does it touch? Who owns the outcome when something goes wrong? Those questions sound basic, but in many organizations they're hard to answer, because AI was introduced informally, experimentally, or under the radar. What CISOs aren't asking for is another AI-branded security product. They're asking for the ability to manage AI like any other part of the environment, with visibility, controls, and accountability. That's a big difference, and it highlights why bolting on security later doesn't work very well. Another tension shows up when you look at how AI tools are actually adopted, especially by developers. In a recent cloud security podcast discussion, the question wasn't whether AI security can be developer-friendly. It was whether organizations are willing to design for it early enough. Developers are incentivized to move fast. AI tools are often easy to adopt and hard to inventory. That combination makes them powerful and risky. When security gets involved late, it feels like friction. Policies appear suddenly, controls feel arbitrary, trust erodes. When security is involved earlier, it feels like part of the system. The difference isn't tooling, it's timing. And timing is a leadership decision. If you want to understand how this plays out day to day, practitioner conversations are revealing. In a Reddit thread asking how AI is actually impacting security work right now, the responses were measured, not panicked. Some teams reported productivity gains, others reported more noise. Many talked about uncertainty, what's allowed, what's sanctioned, and what's invisible. A recurring theme was complexity. AI didn't replace work, it changed where work shows up. More tools, more exceptions, more edge cases. That's manageable when adoption is intentional. It's exhausting when it's reactive. So far, we've been mostly talking about AI that assists. Agentic AI changes the picture. As highlighted in analyst discussions from Omidia and leadership conversations on platforms like TFIR, most security tools assume a human decision point somewhere in the chain. Agentic systems operate at machine speed and across systems. When those systems are introduced without strong guardrails, risk compounds quickly. This is where bolt-on security stops being just inefficient and starts being dangerous. When you step back and connect all this, the pattern changes. This isn't a tooling problem, it isn't a skills problem, and it isn't a security team problem. It's a sequencing problem. AI is being adopted for speed and competitiveness, but security is being asked to make it safe afterward. And that approach doesn't scale, especially as AI becomes more autonomous and more embedded in core business processes. Security works best when it's designed in early, owned clearly, and treated as part of the environment, not something bolted on once value is already realized. That's today's Cyber Pulse. If AI showed up in your environment faster than your ability to govern it, you're not alone, and you're not behind. This is an organizational challenge the industry is still figuring out. If you want more context like this, grounded analysis, practitioner perspective, and how security work is actually changing, I share it in the Cyber Pulse newsletter. You can subscribe at bootstrapcyber.com. Some of you may have noticed I'm not wearing my usual branded hoodie today. I picked this one up from Cybersecurity Marketing Con 2025 courtesy of Hacker Valley Media. I grabbed the hoodie and they gave me the mic for a minute to do a little spiel about YouTube for B2B SaaS cybersecurity companies, something I'm pretty passionate about, hence what I'm doing now. So, shout out to Hacker Valley Media, great content, I'm a big fan. Now, it's time to get back to business. Keep hacking your success.